Good evening, folks. How are we all doing today? Right. Well, after last night's shenanigans, we are back with some Golden Sun. And hopefully, there'll be no more shenanigans tonight. No, Sean, I've not completed this one yet. I think I'm close. I think we're about done. Good shout. I will remove that down. That should be a lot better. There we go. Right, so what did we do? We went and did a lighthouse. We went and did, let's have a look. We went and did this lighthouse, the Jupiter Lighthouse, where we met up with the party from the previous game, and we have been told that we need to go to the frozen north to find a place called Prox, I believe. But we had a little bit of stuff to do first. So we went and got our now flying, well, our now hovering boat, and went all the way around here. We went from here. We went all the way down here, around here, through here, around there, all the way around there, and then realized, shit, that's actually blocked. So we're going to go all the way back, and that's where the internet crashed on me last night. I'm going to go through here, and go all the way around here, and through here, and through here, and through here, and through here, and we're trying to get back to Mardra. Though I don't think we are. I think I'd gone the wrong way, and I think this is where we need to be. So I'm going to nip in here first. Real quick, can you explain Monsty Combat to me? I get it's rock, paper, scissors, but how do I know what they're using? Just need to understand their type. If you know the monster, you can predict what they're using to a certain extent. Other than that, it's just a case of learning the Monsty. You're generally better off trying to use a non-rock, paper, scissors attack. So anything with a yellow icon rather than a red, green, or blue to begin with, so that you can guarantee that you won't lose draw or draw a head-to-head. That way you can see what they do, and they'll always stick to that same move type or something that's, non-blockable kind of thing, non-head-to-head, while they're in that form. But then when they enrage or switch form, that's when they'll switch. So, for example, a Nursilla is technical to begin with because it's running around, it's trying to trap people, it's being all spooky spidery. But then once it goes enraged, it just goes pure speed. And then when it's back to out of rage mode, it's back to technical again. Some do have 3 forms though. I thought I was missing something from the first out. No, it's just that. Right. Well, we have. Let's go in here first because we've got some. We got some stuff to do. Yes, I want you to make something for me. I've got cool things, and I want you to make stuff for me. But I don't know where I put it. Let's go through them all, shall we? Dragon skin processed. Okay, looks like we're doing dragon skin first. No bother. Yeah, it's just about learning the monsters. Right, so we're gonna hand that in so that we can do that, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to chat, and we're gonna get him to use force, but he can't because he's got no PP. Because I spent it all flying my boat around because it was faster. Now I need to find the inn. And have a sleepies. That's not talking. This is talking. I'll show you talking. Got a job interview to fly a brand new jet. Nice. Yeah, I mean, your day's going better than mine. I had braising steak and lots of mashed potato. So I think I'm winning. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I can jump across there and there. Then we've been waiting to get here for fucking ages. Cyclone. I got steak. Well, it was braising steak. It was, diced up and stewed. We got the Masamune. That better be a goddamn god tier sword. Thank you. It is. That means the Phaeton's Blade can go to you. Man, I really wish we could have got that earlier. That would have been kind of OP. Doing it so far, most of my night was spent setting up the Switch 2, then getting stories downloaded, so I didn't get to play long. Yeah, that sounds about right for a new console. My PC is Master Race. Hey, you're back in bed already. Cool. Here's the item you wanted. Please take payment. Thank you. Dragon Shield. Right, do we have anything else that you're willing to mess with? Dark Matter. I better build something good. Loop. We still never. We still got that bound. Why can't I go into my menu? There we go. If we're going to be here a while, let's bind that. They do, and it's better than the new car smell. I'm not a big fan of the new car smell. I'll admit. Not my thing. The best smells, the best new smells for me are opening up a pack of fresh trading cards or a brand new book. A brand new book has the best smell. You know, this isn't actually quicker. Doing it this way isn't quicker than just running out. Even when this idiot gets in your way. Yeah, a new booster box of cards. Or a brand new comic. They're the best. We got stealth armor. Right. What else we got? Nothing on you. More Stardust, but I don't think that's going to make us anything good. So what else you got for Switch 2 then? Have you just gone Monster Hunter, or have you gone for the whole hog? Sorry, just turning one of my lights off. It's giving me a bit of a headache. Lighting it all day and it's not going anywhere. Hey, Jenny. Weirdly, I was thinking about you today. I was cooking some food earlier. Well, I was prepping food for my slow cooker, and I thought, you know what? I haven't actually messaged Jenny in a good couple of weeks, not pretty much since she moved house. And I probably should do that. How's it going? What were you playing? You were playing Star Trucker. I need to get back to Star Trucker. I bought that and I played for about 3 hours, and then I saved just before I went through a jump hole. A jump portal, and then when I came out the other side, something went wrong, so I loaded it and went through again, and my carriages are decoupled, and I couldn't get them to relink properly. They were fine on the one side, but they were just detached on the other. Yes, I was thinking about you. I do that sometimes. I do think about people. I am a person who has a memory and consideration. Right, so we've done everything here. I think that's all we needed. Well, hopefully you enjoyed Star Trucker. And welcome in, everybody. My name is Katie Zender. I am a retro and RPG streamer, sometimes at the same time, as we can see right now, where we are finishing up a game called Golden Sun: The Lost Age, which has baked my noodle with its puzzles, and is very, very good. It's an old Game Boy Advanced game. I apologise, it's a Game Boy Advance game. Advanced doesn't exist, it's not a thing. What do I do with these guys? Just get rid of them. I don't really want to fight them, I just want them to be dead. Beam. And it's been quite fun. It's basically a two-part game, where the first one, Golden Sun, you play as a group of guys, and then the second one you play as the bad guys. And we've actually just met up with the first group of guys, so they've now joined our party. It's literally the last thing that happened. So we're going to find a giant lighthouse to light its beacon and restore magic to the world. The game was quite buggy after launch, but they fixed a bunch of it, and now they've added HOTAS support. Ooh, nice. Venus Lighthouse theme from Golden Sun will forever be one of my favourite retro tracks of all time. It does have some good music, I must admit, it does have some good music. Weirdly, by you being there, you're now in a better position. I'm a person with a memory. Left out that not always a great memory, but I didn't quantify the memory, I merely qualified it. Ton of fun, loved the game, but for some reason didn't play it for about half a year. Yeah, it was one of those that I bought and I played and I was like, yep, that's cool. I'm definitely going to go back to that. I just haven't had the time since. I've just not had the time at all. That's right, we're in the right direction. But I would love to go back to it. I think it's something I would play offline though. I don't think I can make it entertaining enough to play online. It's more of a casual game for me. And speaking of, I need to go back and do Timberborn as well, because that's just hit 1.0. Yeah, for a Game Boy Advance game, the music is extremely good. I think we're done. I don't think there's any more exploring we need to do. I think we're good to just head straight on over to the lighthouse. Or where we assume the lighthouse to be, because we haven't actually found it yet. That one, and then you burn them all to hell. Timberborn is fun. I've been mildly addicted lately to it, but you've been forcing yourself to play other games. That's fair, that's fair. I haven't played since just after they added the Iron Fang beavers, Iron Tooth beavers. So it's been long enough now that I'm ready to go for another run at it. I think we need to go all the way up here. We probably should, while we're here actually, we probably should nip to Mardra and see if we can tell what's his face, the mayor, that the pirates have nicked his boat again. He's not had a good luck with that boat, to be fair. Feel bad at keeping up with people since I moved, but new place is finally starting to feel like home. Starting to feel less stressed. That's good. That's good. It can take a while. I've moved house often enough that it tends not to bother me so much. I've gone way past it. I'll just slot into anywhere. But yeah, being in a new place, especially if it's not in an area you're used to, if it's kind of a fresh area to you, if it's a longer move than, I mean, my shortest move was 2 streets away, technically. The street I lived on, you turned right at the top of it and went to the end of that street, and then the street that cut across it, that was, you could see, you could go from my house, turn left, walk up the road, turn right, see the house I moved to. It was a very short move, that one, but I've done like 30 miles and 50 miles and all kinds of things. But I'm glad you're settling in. Right, let's go see if we can see the mayor. Hello there, my friend. We just have to finish the repairs on the boat we left in Al Hafra. We've had several meetings already discussing our next course of action. Well, cool. Can't tell you that it's not there then. A lot of trouble to get us that boat, but we just had to give up on it. We couldn't just sit and wait in Al Hafra while the thing got fixed. The thing has been fixed and stolen. It is no longer there. I don't recommend a 19-hour move without professional help. No. I wish I could remember who it was, but when I was part of Mac's community, there was a guy who moved from the East Coast to the West of America. And he did it all by truck over the course of like 2 weeks. He basically turned the move into a sightseeing trip or something. Fucking crazy. And the guy just vanished for like 2 weeks. We're like, what the hell happened? Used to live here 8 years ago, but a lot has changed in 18 years. So I'm assuming it was used to live 18 years ago. Town both feels like home and not. Yeah. Yeah, I can't go back to my old stomping ground, where I was born, a place called Rosington. If I go back there, it feels wrong. It was 8, not 18, okay. It feels wrong, like, not only are you stepping into the past and seeing things that you haven't seen in my case, 16 years, but also when things are different, it feels wrong that the things that are the same, and it feels wrong that the things are different. You can't find a happy middle ground sometimes, and that bothered me. We're in the right direction. It has been good. It has been very good. I've enjoyed playing this one, and welcome in. Lactose intolerable, great name. English accent at 1 a.m. Yes, I am a shift worker. I work 12-hour shifts, 4 on, 4 off, and I work nights. So for me, this is what time do I go? This is about I would say it's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon for me, relative. Where am I going? No, I don't want to go that way. I'm chatting away and doing the wrong thing. Can we get that apple now that we've got you in the party? Catch the apple. Mine. No, I haven't played Suikoden. I'm deliberately not buying Suikoden at the moment because I know I won't have time to play it. I'm currently playing through both this and Monster Hunter Stories 3. And when I finish this, I'm going to be playing Dot Hack Infection. So I've not got time to buy anything. Or rather, I'm deliberately not buying anything because I don't have time to actually goddamn play things. Your follow alert is my text tone. That's great. I was watching somebody play Final Fantasy 14, I think it was, the other day. And they spoke to a Moogle, and the Moogle went "Coo-coo-poo-poo," and I glanced over it to my right where my followers notifications are. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was not it. I do have a list. I do have a list. Do I have that commanded up? I think I did. Was it just RPG? No. So the way we do things on this channel is I like to get you guys' input. You can basically pay channel points to add a game to my backlog. So there's 2 you can add to. One is what we call the night shift, which is this, where we play just RPGs. I'm going to stop here because I'm talking and something's going to happen if I go through here. I know it is. Where the night shift is just where we play RPGs. And the idea is to go through and clear my backlog, because holy crap is there so many I need to play. And then there's the day shift, which usually takes place 7 p.m. on UK time. Once a week we run a retro game in a little section called Retro Replay. We just finished Sam & Max, and I believe Soul Reaver 2 is up next. But players are allowed to essentially add their choices and make me play games that I suck at. And Moogles are great. Moogles are awesome. As you can see in the bottom right, that is my own little custom Moogle. His name is Rog, and he's my bot. I don't think I've got a command I can make him do, but it doesn't work on this game. So, yeah, that's Rog the Moogle. He is Rog because he is Red Mog. Some sort of Chimera, Grand Chimera, and we have no MP left. Well, that's a command that doesn't work on this game. That only works on Monster Hunter. Clear the backlog, he says, like it isn't continually getting longer. I mean, I can probably show you, to be fair. We'd have to do a little bit of screen jumpy around it. Put that one on. It's not that. Where do I hide it? I don't usually go in because it kind of pulls information automatically. Night Shift RPG. Night Shift RPG list. So this is the list of RPGs they wanted me to play. It's not small. It's not. And as you can see, second on the list, Suikoden. And that has been on the list since 2019. Wow. I didn't realize it had been that long. We've done a few of these. I also have a completed one. Oh, come on. Please tell me you've not been bugged. Okay, so I need to fix that. That's a pain in my arse. I bet that one's bugged as well. No, that one is showing correct. Okay. Good to know. We've got one of them is working correct. Infection is a late shift stream. Should be able to catch those. Lurk and listen at least. Yes, Infection is the only one of the 4 I've played. Only one of the 7 I've played, if you count GU. But with there being a new Dot Hack game coming out, I thought I'm gonna be cheeky and I'm gonna skip the queue, and I'm gonna play some Infection, because Dot Hack Sign is one of my favourite animes ever. I thought Dot Hack was only an anime. It started as an anime. Dot Hack Sign is the original anime. They also did 4 PlayStation 2 games. One was called Infection, Mutation, Quarantine, and Outbreak. I can't remember the order they came in. Which basically are single-player MMOs. Then they did another anime. With each of those games came an episode of another anime called Dot Hack Liminality. And then they released another anime called Dot Hack GU, which was also a major manga, and then released 3 Dot Hack GU games as well. Yes, Dot Hack. Right, so Dot Hack is a great story. It's got interesting characters. It's technically a sci-fi setting, which always is a boost for me. The music is phenomenal. Like, Key to the Twilight is such a freaking phenomenal song. And also I need to turn that back off so we go back to the proper screen. Yeah, and it's just, it was an anime, it was one of my first animes. It wasn't my first, that was Robotech. Specifically Robotech, not Macross, though I have watched Macross since. But Dot Hack and Trigun are my favourite animes of all time. They are just, you know, chef's kiss, no notes. You nailed it first time. If I remember correctly, was Hack Sign perspective from IRL. Yes, it told the stories of the characters in Dot Hack Sign from the outside. So there was Bear, there was Black Rose. No, Black Rose was GU. There's a lot of characters that cross over. It's a bit weird. Then when they re-released Dot Hack Sign, they added an extra little bit to the end of the final episode, where after the world has been saved, you actually see them meet up with the characters from GU. They cross them over. Been looking for an anime recommendations, but the anime has to be a complete story. Okay, Dot Hack is a complete story, but it's a complete story over many, many parts. So I don't know if I can recommend that. You can, in all honesty, go and just watch. Why can't you heal? What's happened here? That's what's happened here. You can, in all honesty, go and just watch Dot Hack Sign, and it's perfectly cromulent on its own. No need for any changes. No need for any additionals. But they will mention things like Balmung of the Azure Sky and Orca of the Azure Sea. Those are things from other canons, other parts, that it would certainly help to know. Trigun, again, absolute favourite. I adore Trigun. This feels like something I can go through. Kraden, come look at this. There's a huge ice wall blocking our path. If we can't do something about that wall, we're not going any further. Felix? Burst, maybe? I can say with all honesty that there is an anime I do not recommend at the moment, and that is any Gundam in the Universal Timeline. Because that is my current watch. I grew up with Gundam Wing. I remember watching bits of the original Gundam when I was a kid. But Gundam Wing, Gundam Seed, my absolute favourite, Gundam 00, Iron Blood Orphans, love them all. And I've never actually watched any other than bits of the original original Gundam. So I was like, I'm going to go watch it. And I hate it. I can't stand it. And I'm just going to be so glad to be done with it. Trigun Remake has been fantastic so far. 3 episodes left. I will say nothing about it. I have just finished it this year. I do not want to colour your expectations, and good nor bad, and I will not. But I have opinions on that show. Iron Blood Orphans is your current best. I don't know what to say to that. I don't think it's fair to ever say that there is a best Gundam. That's not even a real block, is it? If it's not got a tremor animation, Ryan's not going to work. Yeah, it hasn't. It's not a real sprite. Okay. And he doesn't interact with it anymore. Like a Zero. Some Zoids in the chat. We love Zoids. God, I love some Zoids. I grew up with Zoids. I remember the original series of Zoids, and I remember is it a Game Boy Advance or a DS game where you dick around in the giant crawler vehicle thing. Can't remember that. But it's been 20 years since I've dealt with Zoids, if I'm honest. It's been a long time. Used to watch it on Sky One at 6 a.m. God damn. I was still in bed at 6 a.m. We didn't have Sky growing up. We had a weird form of cable that we only got Cartoon Network, and at 7 p.m. it stopped being Cartoon Network and started being Turner Classic Movies, TCM. And you'd finish watching Gundam, you'd watch Dragon Ball, Gundam, some black and white movie. It was really bizarre. Never found anybody who ever had that experience other than me. Get through that. It was some dodgy. Yeah, I think ours was a dodgy box, if I'm honest. This would have been 2000 to 2004. Can we think of anything? I mean, Move's not going to work, is it? Move's definitely not going to work. And this is the problem I've been having with this particular game. I am struggling to work out what I need to do in places like this. I mean, the problem here is it's not a sprite. And if it's not a sprite, we can't interact with it. And if we can't interact with it, we can't move it. It feels like there's got to be something you can do by going through there, right? Did I ever show you my Zoid model collection? I believe so, yes. That does feel like something I have seen. This is going to be a pain in the arse. Odyssey. I don't know that one. That's a new one. And I'd love to get some Zoids. And I'll have to watch through again though, because I don't remember them at all. Yeah, I imagine they're not cheap. Got the Shadow Fox 2013, and since then they've skyrocketed. Oof. So where do I go? Feels like it does want me to go through there because it specifically said we need to move this. How? 50 quid. Yep. There's the one thing I used to have that was like that was a it was 5 CDs times 5 CDs, all of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy audiobooks read by the author, and it was specifically the CDs, the BBC was it BBC Word to Word production, I think it was. And when I moved into this house, it has vanished. I do not know where it is, and I've got a feeling there's a box of things that never made it to this house with me, and it was in there. And And I've looked at, I think I bought it for 20 quid off of it was play.com, which is now like that Rakuten or whatever it's called. And yeah, you can't get it for that cheap anymore. You can barely find it anymore. The cassettes you can find, but the CDs are a nightmare. Tariffs have not helped, but it's okay. You're going to get the money back, right? Because it's unconstitutional. You can't do it. Surely. No, never mind. Crazy. But yeah, so we like our RPGs. We like our stories. So I'm currently watching through Gundam Universal Century. I am nearly halfway through Gundam Double Zeta, and I will be so happy when this show is done. Like once we get to Unicorn, I'll be a little bit happier. We had a bit of a reprieve with Gundam Thunderbolt, and we had a little bit of a reprieve with Gundam Jacukes, which wasn't bad. Well, it was a solid 5 out of 10 anime. Oh, Rain, it's so bad. I mean, for those in the Discord who've been following my descent into madness as I've been watching this show, my big peeve with the entire Gundam Universal Century timeline is nobody locks anything. All doors are left open. Nobody gives a crap about OPSEC. Gundams are left you can just walk up to a Gundam, they keep them fueled, climb in it by pressing a single button to open a door, and walk out of a bay. It's worse than Star Trek transporters, it really is. And then one character had the nerve, when someone tried to steal the Gundam, Zero G kicked them out of the way and was like, what, you thought it was going to be as easy as just walking in and taking it? Why not? It literally has been every time so far. Why would it be any different? And I had to turn that episode off and go outside and have a word with myself. Rev. How's it going, Danny boy? Hope you are chill, happy, and relaxed. How's things on your side of the pond? Now, if you want to know good animes, ask Rev what his favourite animes are, and then watch anything but those, because he has terrible choices of animes. Firearm training and sunburn. You got a new job, or is this still for the casino? Just have one favorite anime. Let me guess. Is it? Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Dragon Ball, but is it GT? Because I know you used to like Saiyaman. Z, I accept Z. Z is good. We like Z. Favorite mecha anime is Big O. Just give it to Gundam Seed. I just think Gundam Seed's such a good, well-presented story. And it has two of my favorite mechs in it. Right, okay, so where do we go? I feel like I need to talk to Kraden. Can I get off the ship somewhere? No, abridged sucks. All abridged sucks. Okay, what franchise it is? Abridged sucks. Now, we know there's nothing there. I've landed on the beach. Help. I'm free. Big O awakened things I don't want to know. No, my thoughts on Abridged is on any Abridged, and this is Hellsing Abridged, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, Final Fantasy VII Abridged. You know, essentially, you're taking a story and you're making it silly. That's fine, no problem with that. Some of it's funny as all hell. Elbow Deep Cloud will remain with me for a long time, because it is funny as all hell. But at some point, you have to stop being silly. Oh, we can fly. We can actually fly now. You have to stop being silly and start following a story. You have to start actually doing the story. At which point, the entire point of the show no longer exists. And that it's a picky thing to be annoyed about, but it does annoy me. I'll say I love Final Fantasy VII. Is one of my favorite games of all time. Final Fantasy Machine Abridged, I gave it the shot. After episode 1, it was shite. it was just shit. It was absolutely terrible. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Has the advantage of being relatively crappy as a show anyway. So anything you make of it is probably going to be better, right? Can we make it to the village? We can. Where were we? All supervisors have to go through firearm training to get a raise. Well, nice. If you've gone through it, then at least you're getting your raise. I am all for that. Where's... You tell me there's no inn here. Game. The one place I found and I can't get to an inn. God damn it. Okay. I don't know where we're going. I thought we had to go up there, but there's an ice block in our way, and I don't know how to get past it. Does anybody actually know where we're meant to go after Jupiter Lighthouse? Genuinely, this is a riddle me this. Don't think I'm asking for... it's not... Oh my god, spoilers. I have no idea where to go. I'm completely lost. I feel like Kraden said something to me and I've ignored him, which is about on par for me and Kraden, to be fair. Oh, maybe I can get a rest here. Don't think I can, but we'll give it a go. Joe, who's your favourite character from Yu-Gi-Oh? He's full of bad opinions, Firebird. Joey was the most annoying, irritating character. And Bakura was sat right there. And you just... Contigo. No, we've just come from Contigo. That's where we got the flying boat. So unless we have to go back there... No, the dog was playing in the water. I've already spoke to him. Where are we? Go through there. Yeah, we came from Contigo down to the Ateka Inlet. What's that? Naribwe. Can we get to Naribwe? Just to get our mana back. Oh, it was close. Pretty sure north of Hesperia, then. Okay. Getting past that ice that's the problem, then. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get to Prox. We're trying to get to where Karst and Agito are from. Minardi and Sataros and that kind of thing. So... thought we had to go in there, but it's not let me there yet. So we could go there. Maybe there's something there now. Been to the Shaman Village. Tigo. No, where's Hesperia? Is that the is Hesperia the continent? We never found out what to do in Loho, because there's a cannon there, isn't there? I wonder if we can use force to fire the cannon. Top left continent is Hesperia, thank you. Thank God there's a beach. Hesperia is a town on the far west. Ah, settlement. Okay, well, let's head there then and see what we do. What's going to be the quickest way around? They're both about the same, really. Yeah, I mean, it is possible to get it probably is possible to get the cannon mounted on the ship. That's probably not wrong. Also, just occurred to me I can probably get that now as well. Because that was something we could never get to. Coming through. Follow the river. put down south. I'm guessing this is going to be a god. Oh, that took some getting to. The Ateca Caverns. Yes, it is a god. We need to find a way to get to God. So yeah, I spent a lot of time basically praising the first game for how amazing the puzzles were. And then number 2 made the puzzles even better. Just enough to be difficult. And it kind of... Yeah. I don't think we can parch that out, can we? Looks like we can. Ha! I figured it out myself. I don't know if I can fall off that. I can. Let's examine the stone tablet. It is in words he does not understand. Location of the place is like smack bang in the middle of the world map. Ooh, okay. Felix can now summon Coatlicue. I assume that's because they couldn't fit Quetzalcoatl in there. But it's kind of the same amount of letters. 3 Merc, 3 Dupe. No, Parch probably wouldn't work on the ice wall. We've never seen... The problem is that the ice wall itself isn't a sprite. And there's nowhere here I can show you. Maybe there is. Maybe if I use Tremor. No. But you see how when I use Tremor, everything goes dark? Anything that stays light is an interactable sprite. And the ice wall doesn't stay light, so it isn't an interactable sprite. Right. We're heading back to Gondolin. Why are we going to Gondolin? That's... No, that's Dale. Champa. Ardra. Gondolin. Aribwe. We're heading here. Yes. I believe I've done all the rocks. Magma Rock was there. No, Sea of Time. Izumo, Gaia Rock. Water Rock was there. Aqua was there. Then we've got that one there. Where was the fire one? Did the temple. Or have we not done that and I've completely missed it? We haven't been there yet either, actually. Center of the world. That's Lemuria. Can't zoom out any, can I? There we go. So it's around there. There it is. Okay, that makes sense because we did go to it, but then I don't know if we did complete it. What do you get? What do you get from the top of Magma Rock? What's the ability you get? You can hear Wasted. Shit. All right. I know why that is. Where are you hiding? Wasted, be gone. Thank you. I forgot I even had that stream open. Okay, so we're heading up there to that one. Well, that's annoying. It's been night in, been so long since you played. Certainly from there, that progress halted me. That's fair. And this is the other thing about this one. I don't think this one does as good a job of explaining where you need to go. It's a little bit... We expect you to have worked it out. No, it's appreciated, Pilot Guy. I usually close down Firefox when I start streaming. I clearly forgot this time. Am I going to have to walk? You're going to make me walk. Can we get in that way, or am I going to have to go from the south? We've been there before. I think we went the other way. Yes, it has been a lot of... Oh, well, we mentioned it in passing briefly one time. And I think the problem is, the thing that's annoyed me a little bit is it's such an easy fix in that all they have to do is allow us to go onto the boat and talk to Kraden. Talking to Kraden should be your, right, now here's where we go. Right, Magma Rock. We literally can't have done Magma Rock yet, can we? Because you're the one with lift. So yeah, no, we can't have done this yet. Are you going to require that? No. Not that one. Testing all of my abilities now. Not that one. So here, look, you can see that they're a different colour. That means they're interactable. There is a lot of things I needed lift for, yes. So they're rocks I'm going to jump across, essentially. And I've got to do it in time with the fireball to avoid it. Let's try going inside first. Of course it's a mimic. Why wouldn't it be a mimic? Get out of here, you! Hey, don't put that on my head. It makes my life difficult. Yeah, that's a annoying, but you've kind of got to respect it with the placement on that one. Boingy, boingy. Yeah, not going to be able to do that. Okay, so we need to come down on top of that. Means we need to climb. Can't go up there yet. Or there. Can we... Can we activate you somehow? Um... Missing something. Can't get up there. Nowhere to fall down. God, liches. Liches get stitches. Still here waiting? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's why. There we go. I've just spotted it. I've just spotted the tab with him in. It wasn't in Firefox, it was in Chrome. And that's not what I usually do. Thank you, pilot guy. I appreciate it. Can't get up there. So now I've got to go through and work out what moves could possibly help here. Now, if it was move... No, you don't, Rain. No, you bloody don't. Can't be move. Can't be sand. Not going to be blast, is it? Going to fire that up and let it then shoot. It is. Okay, we learned. Okay. We can now fire cannons. Can you go over there for me? Thank you. You said it as you dealt with... Oh, right, I see. You were at the same time as pilot guy rather than... I see. Then I shall forgive you. You'll forgive me for assuming you were just being a troll. Not that you would, of course. Not that you would. Okay. That doesn't do anything. Oh, hello. That does do something. It's a lid rather than a fireball. Okay, so we've got 2 new mechanics to look at. We will obviously need to head back to the Dwarven settlement as soon as we've done this, because we have a cannon to fire. You haven't had the energy to troll. That's fair. Grow that one to get up here, but we don't have growth yet, but we can't go up there, so we're going to have to. Right, which means I need to swap my gins around. No, oh, it's not that, is it? It's that. Can't go up there either. Can go up there, but we can also go down here. I'm going to check down first. Free item, woo! Oh, really? Literally don't use them. Oh god, kill it. Kill it! Oh, I should also be concentrating on getting PP back with Sheba. Right. Growth on you. Growth on you. Burst on you. Ba-boom. Sorry, what I mean is that Sheba can provide PP rather than spend it. Really? You. So in every single fight, Sheba can provide 30 or so PP back to somebody, as long as I remember to mess around with the gyms. Whee! And we do gain a bit of PP back while walking anyway. Boom. I'm going to fire that one again. So that doesn't seem to have actually opened anything for me. Okay, nothing. Hello, you're new. Little death. Only a little death. You know, you can have a little death as a treat. Right, where has this put me? Back down here. Now, we can burst you. And away we go. Hello? Oh, it's on a timer. I just kind of assumed that would be a, as soon as you step on it, MacGuffin. The one reason that you can go around there, and that's for secret items and gins. Oh, God. Right. You... Everybody defend, except Sheba. Store PP. Yourself. Oh shit, she's going up 87 now. Okay, we'll do them in sequence. 2 gets you an item. Oh, am I really going to have to detonate that every time I want to go back up? That's annoying. Then when we come back down from the item, we'll check what all the rest lead to, because I don't want to have to go down every single one. Bum, 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 bum. Whee. Felix checked the chest. I hate it. I hate it so much. 3 gets you a lash. 4, I think, gets you nothing. Oh, I'll have a drink while waiting. It's hot on Fire Rock. You've got to keep hydrated. Yeah, 4 gets you nothing. Right. You're not Lash. You're Lash. You're going to be awkward, aren't you? Yeah, I was smart. I outsmarted you, Mr. Face in the Wall. We're having none of that. Okay, right. You can oh, I didn't sort the gin out. Hit him with Jupiter. That one just bleed, or did I knock it back? News show in America. Are you smarter than a face in a vial? News show in America is Firefly the Animated Series, accompanied by Firebird. Stop playing Space Engineers. Don't think I can't see you. Accompanied by Final Fantasy IX, the animated show. Okay, that's going to be a pain. There. Oh lord. That'll collapse that. Okay. Boing, boing, boing. Not quite the right way to do things. Where would the other one be? Can't get across that way. Hopefully cautious about the new Firefly. Only reason it gives me hope is that the OG cast and the writer's blessing. I don't know. I don't know. It's... Oh, Felix is down. Jenna, you're the one with Revive, aren't you? I don't know. I can't say it any other way than it's been too long. It's been far too long. If the show happens and it's good, I'll be chuffed. I'll watch it. I'll be happy. But I'm not getting my hopes up because I don't think it's going. I don't think it can hold up. Oh, you son of a bitch! You're a fucking reviver. That's what's happening there. My problem with Firefly is, if you actually look at it without the nostalgia, and just look at it objectively as a show, it is good. But where were they going to take it? What were they going to do with that show? And for me, the answer is, it was going to get a second season and then get cancelled. I don't think that had a second season in it. Yeah, I know it's animated, but it's still voiced by Fillion, Tudrik, and the rest. It's set before... It's set after Firefly, before Serenity. So that also limits how long they can actually spend doing it. You know, you can't have infinite seasons. Okay. So yeah, I want it to do well, but I won't get my hopes up. That's the only way I can really put it. Not necessarily. I mean, we don't actually know how long they were on the ship between Firefly and Serenity. We know that Shepherd Book left. We know he'd been on the colony for a while because they used the colony as a safe haven. So they must have been back and forth talking to him a couple of times, at the very least. Oh, I see where I meant to go. I see it. I say you've got anywhere between a year... Firefly and Serenity, there is between a year and a decade's difference between them. You could get 10 years out of that show without really having to stretch the timeline at all. And if the show lasts long enough to get 10, I will be very shocked. Pleased, but shocked. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Bodies don't get punished as harshly as they used to be, true. But I mean, Tudrik and Fillion, not exactly taking care of themselves these days. You know, they're Tudrik's big action movie star. Fillion was Guy Gardner. He's on what, season 8 of The Rookie now, and he gets wrecked in that show. He gets absolutely demolished. He's taking hits left and right and climbing over things and bouncing through things, and the whole point is that in that show is that he's the old guy who shouldn't be doing this. So I don't think he's exactly in the best of shape for it. Yeah, I mean, I hope everybody does come back, and I hope we see. So there's an episode of Firefly where the bounty hunter comes on board, Jubal Early, and he. I'll go back a little further. Me and a friend have a disagreement about two characters in Firefly. One of which is Jubal Early, who is a bounty hunter. The second is the Pariah from Serenity. He claims they're meant to be the same person. They're meant to be the same organization. They're meant to represent the same thing. They basically brought him back, and that the bounty hunter was the first iteration of that, essentially. I disagree. I say Jubal Early was a fucking psychopath who liked to pontificate, and the Pariah is a G-man, essentially. I don't see them as the same thing. But I would like to see that story expanded. I would like to see maybe not the crew encountering the G-men, the Pariahs, but seeing them in the world and, you know, having different things with them in there. Jubal wasn't a good character. I disagree with that. Salamander's Tale. I think Jubal was an okay character in a good episode. That's backwards. I think if you'd have put him in any other episode as a bad guy, he wouldn't have been interesting. He was a clever man, and he knew what he was doing, but he was also a bit of a frickin' psychopath. And I don't think he was a very good character. I think if they were meant to be the same vibe, the same, you know, style of thing, then I think the Pariah did it much better. I think he was a much more Morpheus style character. How do we get there? Jump down. From a... No, that's where you go up. Jubal thought it was invincible. Jubal made the same mistake that every smart person makes, in that he assumes that everybody else is dumb. Hey, Yasa. How's it going? How the hell do you get to that? Can't jump off there. I don't understand what this gets you. We're talking Firefly, talking all sorts, to be honest. It's been a bit of a rambling night. I've enjoyed it. But we're talking about the upcoming Firefly animated series. Which I hope is good. I just won't get my hopes up. I'm going in expecting it to be terrible, because then when it's not, I'll be happy. Damn, wrong way. I'll be happy to have Kaylee back. In my house, there are 2 teddies, one of which is a Loot Crate version teddy bear of Kaylee. And I fucking adore my Kaylee bear. Second one is a little maquette-style statue plushie of the cactus from Legend of Mana. Phoenix. Launch that. That takes us back up. So this should drop us... Okay, that gets us back up if we drop down there. You have the one with the umbrella. I got rid of that. I got rid of most of my... Okay, that's a way back up there. I got rid of most of my Loot Crate stuff because, quite frankly, most of it was trash. But I kept my Kaylee bear. I love my Kaylee bear. Come on, up we go. And I mean, that's the other problem. Like, yeah, okay, they're going back in time and they're essentially doing it after Firefly. But we saw Kaylee and the Doctor get together. We now have to watch that never happen. And if you remember all the stuff that's like the episode where they go to the cattle ranch, they drop off the cattle. And there was that really, really awkward bit where she was like, oh, ain't it pretty? And he's like, it's tat. And she was clearly flirting with him and he didn't fucking understand. We're going to have to live with so much of that because that's what's expected. Because this takes place before Serenity. So this takes place after Firefly, but before Serenity. So they physically can never get together in the show because the first time they get together is Serenity. So if this takes place before that, it can never happen. This show could go on for 20 years and those 2 characters will never get together without breaking the timeline. They might have a drunken one-night stand somewhere down the line and neither of them really remember it. But those 2 can't be together. Which means we're going to have to live through the awkward, forced will they, won't they, when we know they will. We literally know. And it's little things like that that make me go, honestly, I think I'd have preferred it if you just let Wash die and did it after Serenity. You know, either retcon Serenity, or do it after and have Wash dead. I think that would have been a better option. One of the side stories I am going to be interested in seeing through, though, is... remember the episode where they go and rescue Mal and Wash from Nishka? I'm surprised at myself remembering the names. Oh, wait, I thought that was Party Swap. I didn't realise that was Individual Swap. Hello, Mr. Jin. I wasn't expecting you here. Sorry, I got myself sidetracked. They you know, Zoe goes running in and like, you know, hold the door, blah blah blah, and Kaylee's shooting, and she's like, I've never killed anyone before. Shepherd Book says, pretty sure you still haven't, kind of thing. 1, 2, 3. Should be enough. But then there's the whole thing about Kaylee saw Summer go fucking crazy and murder everybody. I want more of that. That's a side of things I really, really want to explore. Are you kidding me? I just prepped for the fight and you're not going to give me a fight? You're going to I'm Corona. Right. Which is annoying. What do you do? Give. Give. I can't. Oh, yeah, because I'm leaving one too low. No, what am I doing? That's silly. Why don't I just do this? If I give you Torch, and then put Luff back on you... yeah. We do that. You guys are full party. We're only realistically missing 1, 2, 3. Well, that means you've got growth, and I don't need to worry about the others. So much possibilities for the verse to expand in almost any direction. Yeah, there is. I mean, go look at any map of Firefly. Look at how few planets there are. Look at how little in the verse there is. We could do with more. I was an original backer of the Firefly MMO, and I was deep into this. Sadly, it never happened because they fucked it up, to be fair. But I want to see more of the verse. It's like The Expanse in that everything's realistic enough to be future rather than sci-fi, if that makes sense. You know, Star Trek, warp engines, subspace relays, transporters. That's literally just sci-fi. We're never going to have that. And as much as people think we maybe can one day, it's never going to happen. Firefly in The Expanse, other than the alien bullshit in Expanse, we kind of could get to Firefly. We really could. The engines are logical, they make sense, they work on physics. That's the way out. Are the blue handmen ever properly... were the blue handmen ever properly met again? No. They were in that one episode. Where am I going here? 2x2 Hands of Blue. And... how do I get down there? And then they were kind of usurped by the Pariah in Serenity. He was the next stage. They were the scientists. There we go. They were the scientists. He was the taking action kind of thing. What does this do? As far as where it could go, they could go Star Wars and fuel a revolution with Miranda. Can't do that. And what happened to River? Or go to a different system. They can't go to a different system. It's too far. They don't have the engine capacity for it outside of Alliance tech. And even then, that's very risky. They can't go back. They can't go to Miranda because they find Miranda in Firefly, in Serenity. So Miranda can't take place, which means the Reva storylines will also remain unfinished, unexplored. And this is what I mean. By going back in time, you're really limiting yourself. You can't do Miranda. You can't do the Pariahs. You can't do the 2x... You can do a little bit of the 2x2 Hands of Blue. That's fair. You know, there's so little you can actually do without retconning Serenity. So I wish they'd just come out and go, actually, no, we're retconning Serenity. We're not willing to deal with it. Worth a watch. It is very much worth a watch. I'm currently doing Star Trek Voyager at the moment, but I may stick it on my list. Well, Star Trek Voyager during the day, Gundam at night. And of course flip those round because I work night shift. So yeah, so this is kind of my problem with it. All the cool stories that Serenity built into and left and closed it's great. There's some cool stuff in there. But if you take those out, Nishka's dead. No, Nishka's not dead. Nishka could come back. I'd be surprised if the actor is alive. That's probably not a nice thing to say, but he was getting on a bit. And if he's alive, I doubt he's acting still. You know, it's been 15 years. No, it's been 20 years. I doubt he's still acting. So Nishka's only ever... We're going to have to replace Nishka with a different voice actor. More than possible. What did that give us? Ah, I see. Or they're going to have to not include Nishka. Or maybe give him a proxy. You know, Nishka died, his son's taken over. That kind of thing. That could certainly work. You've got the Alliance, obviously. The Alliance is always going to be a thing. But then what? What else have you got? You've got Mal fixing his ship, dodging Reavers, being a criminal. It becomes very episodic in that all they do is the same thing every episode. What's today's crime? How is that? You know, how is that a thing? Oh, this is where the Infinite EXP farm comes in. Oh, someone told me about this. Not going to do it now, but it's good to know that we know where that is. And obviously, the answer to it is they build more stuff. There is stuff in the verse we don't know about. Did Niska die? No, Niska didn't die. Did he? No, my understanding is that Niska's still alive. I will fact check that. He's still alive and acting. Fucking bring Nishka back. Nishka was awesome. He was an absolutely top-tier bad guy. I have nothing but respect for the way he played that. He was absolutely excellent at balancing I am an absolute fucking psychopath with, but I'm also a family man. You know, he was such a well-played bad guy. Nothing. I would love to see more Nishka. And that's what came in. Like I know the name Michael Fairman. I wonder what else I've seen him in. But yeah, the answer is they add more stuff. There is definitely things in the verse we are unaware of. There are organizations. There's Badger. We bring Badger back. He was fucking great. I liked Badger. We can do more guys from Mal's old troop from Serenity Valley. They can come back. We can do stuff with them. But I just think it might be and again, don't get me wrong, I want it to be good. I want it to be amazing and I want to love it. But I think it could be shallow. I think it could turn out to be something very, very shallow. And that people will see that maybe we were for the best not bringing it back. Maybe one season of Firefly was all we needed. And again, I hope I'm wrong. I absolutely hope I'm wrong. I would much rather see this thing be great than live long enough to die a bad guy. I'm so lost. I don't know where I'm meant to be going. Now I've filled that with lava. Maybe I go back outside? Knight Rider, Seinfeld, Monk, 21 Jump Street. Fair play. I don't know. I don't feel... I'm going to left wall it. Hang on, there's something there we can have a look in a reveal with. No, nothing. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm going to assume it's going to be shit. Oh, hello. The door down there. How do we get down there? I'm going to assume it's going to be shit, so that when it's good, I'm happy. Rather than assuming it's going to be good, and then when it's shit, I'm sad. I've actually been told that we're going to see, let me get this right, we're going to see Dune in the morning, have a bite to eat, and then go and see Doomsday. And I'd much rather that was the other way around, if I'm honest. Because I'm looking forward to Dune Part 3. Dune 1 and 2 were better than I expected them to be. But I'm looking forward to that. I don't really expect much from Doomsday. Like Robert Downey Jr. out. I know he likes Marvel, and I know he's come back because he wanted to come back. But I don't know. Post-war Mal setting up Firefly would be good. I mean, we already have the episode where he meets Kaylee. I think... Okay, now this is something I hadn't considered. Because it's animated, you can do a little more. You can do crazier things. Walk across that? We can. Young Kaylee, finding out about her origins and flashbacks to that, could be quite interesting. Sure. Finding out about Jane when he was in that other gang. Again, no problem with that. The thing that's come to my mind, young Wash with the Tash. We can go back and find out about young Wash with the Tash. I want that. I also want an episode where something happens to Serenity, and Mal's considering selling her. He's considering getting rid, and we have an entire episode of him testing out a new ship, and it's better in every way. And at the end, he goes back to Serenity because that's his ship. I'd love that. That could be a fun episode. We need to fill this with lava, which means we need to be up here, which we could have done from the start. You guys hear about the, as we're talking about remakes of things, did you hear about the Buffy reboot, as in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where they pitched it, approved it, script wrote, cast it, filmed 3 episodes, I think they said, watched the pilot, and then cancelled it. Yes, the second reboot, the second Buffy the Vampire containing Sarah Michelle Gellar. But yeah, they were not impressed, shall we say. I want to know how bad that show was that they cancelled it after filming it. That they looked at that and went, nah, we're done. We're not even going to try again. We're just going to sink the cost on this one. Because that's got to have been bad, right? But, thankfully, that means we'll probably end up not getting any more Charmed as well, because I had the feeling that we were going to get another reboot of another reboot of Charmed. Okay, so we need to get that one. So that means we need to push the button. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't remember that, or don't realise that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a reboot. There was a movie. There was a movie before the series. It was amazingly bad. I fucking love that movie. It is terrible. It's up there with George R.R. Martin's Brain Dead for how bad it is. I can see what you mean, Essa, but I genuinely think that Paige made it her own. I don't think having Paige in that show made the show worse. Don't think it particularly made it better, but it definitely didn't make it worse. How the hell do you get down there? Guess there's something down here. When I watched it as a kid, I was annoyed that Prue had died. But when I watched it again as an adult, I didn't miss Prue. The younger two. Oh, you mean the final season where Kaylee Kuko was in it? Oh god, no, we don't talk about that. No, we don't talk about that at all. Yeah, no, that was terrible. That's like Scrub Season 9. It doesn't exist. But yeah, I like Charmed. I was a 13-year-old boy. We all know why I liked Charmed. But even watching it as an adult, I'm like, yeah, actually, it's decent. It's shit, but it's decent shit. It's no worse than It's no worse than Star Trek, for example. When I'm watching Voyager at the moment, you telling me Charmed is better than Voyager? Probably not. You telling me it's worse? It's close. Time to add another show to your backlog. Scrubs reboot, the one that shouldn't have been greenlit. I haven't watched it yet. I am holding off for the full season to be out, and then I will have an afternoon where I blitz through all of them and see if I need to care. But I don't expect the reboot of Scrubs to be any good. To be fair, I forgot Paige came later. Yes, it was Prue Piper and Phoebe originally. Then when Prue died, the power of 3 was shattered. And then you found out that the mum actually had an affair, and the power of 3 had spread over to Paige, and she had the white lighter powers. That was a cool enough character. We haven't even Cuddler Q yet, have we? What? A goddess bearing the water of life. Okay, let's have a look what that does. Judgment. Oh, no, that's fine. It's not going to be a big hit anyway. And we can cast that twice, can't we? I don't think it'll work. I don't think it matters that we can cast it twice. Tiamat. Charmed and Buffy are actually quite gruesome for the age when I watched it. I think if any of the effects were blood instead of just shit happening, blinking and phasing and things like that, yeah, hard agree. It was... I wouldn't use the word gruesome, I would use the word visceral. Oh, I got another waifu. Hang on. This one's got bells on. Wow, that's it. That god can't even heal as much as my basic heal. In fact, it's a quarter of my basic heal. For whom the waifu tolls, she tolls for thee. Weirdly, I'm famously, I know that line from many things, but the one I always remember is Omi the Squirrel from Ill Will Press. And weirdly, I saw them streaming yesterday. I was glancing through Twitch and like, hang on, is that Ill Will Press? Jesus Christ. Foamy the Squirrel still kicking. Oops, no, that's wrong. We want to do that, then that, then that, then that. Yeah, fucking Foamy's back. Jesus, that threw me for 6. And this is only a week after I've seen Strongbad in something. Hang on. When did the 2000s call? Because they seem to have left all their shit here. Fire to get to that, so we need to be on there. That's going to be a different way round. First guy was an episode... The first episode was a guy with pierced all over and with thorns, and there was much blood. I don't remember the blood. The most gruesome episode of Buffy / Charmed I remember is the hyena episode, and that's all you need to say. As soon as you say the hyena episode, anybody who remembers Buffy remembers that episode. Jesus. You'll remember that time that Xander ate a dude? Yeah, that's a thing that fucking happened. And you know who he ate? Quark from Deep Space Nine. Of all the people. What was he doing there? Principal Schneider, was it? If I've nailed that name, that's pretty impressive. Because I haven't seen that episode in 20 years. No, Schneider came after. Schneider was the bald one, wasn't he? So no, it wasn't Schneider that got 8. It wasn't Quark that got 8. It was the actor before who did, I think. Now I'm doubting myself on all fronts. Schneider was the bald one who hated Buffy. And he got brought in because the other principal got 8. When you tuned in tonight, you weren't expecting to find a discourse on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, if we're doing this, and we're talking about Buffy, and we're talking about remasters, have you ever seen the Buffy remaster, where they upscaled it to 1080p and put it into widescreen? And the company that got the license to do it just didn't give a fuck. So there's scenes where they've just widened it without context, so you can see the crew on either side, because it was filmed in 4:3. Or 4:3. So you can just see the crew on either side of the set while this is all going on in the middle. Or they zoomed in so far that it's like it's over saturated and stuff. And once they'd finished, they ran a pass at it with an automated light leveling system. So there are scenes like Buffy and Spike is the one I remember. Buffy and Spike are basically about to have sex for the first time. And it's in a crypt, and it's dark, and it's night, and they're throwing each other about and knocking 10 bells out of each other because they're really dysfunctional. And it's like being in the noonday sun. It's like it's like watching a western, because they've compensated the low level of light into a normal level of light. So the skin is bleached out, and it looks like they're in a desert. It's god awful. Are they surprised by any conversation? I can wax lyrical about many, many, many things. You should all know that by now. Yeah, go and YouTube it. If you love Buffy, go and watch watch. I'm assuming there's plenty of stuff on YouTube about it, about just how terrible it is. Damn it! I can nap. You can't stop me. No, not you. Potent cure. You. Whee! Know where I'm going. Can't break that until we're on top of it or something shoots it. But we can get over there, though. Which means we can break that one. But I don't know really what that does to help us. Charmed is peak. Charmed was amazing. Never brought myself to watch the remake. Yeah, we love Charmed. So many old shows like that I can still just go back and watch to this day, and it's like, yeah, they're shit. I love them. That's not going to fire across again, is it? Am I meant to do that twice? Farscape. Farscape is an amazing show. In fact, you know what? Any show that released in 1999 and was still running in 2005 is a belter. Don't care. And I'll even extend that. 95 to 2000, if that's when it started, and it was still running post 2005. It's a good show. This can't work. This definitely can't work. Yeah. Basket was not made on drugs. What the Hezmana are you talking about? It's going across there yet. Taxi. The episode where Piper falls in love with the Chinese guy. Oh, I forgot about that episode. Oh, this stays here. No? No? Okay, so we've got to figure out what's here or we're stuck. The other one I absolutely loved as well. And this is one I do watch more frequently than the others. Dark Angel. Jessica Alba. And again, I'm a 13-year-old boy. You all know why I watched it. But god damn, is that such a good fucking show. And even season 2 is acceptable. Some of the Scorpy stuff was... That's why he was such a good bad guy. Scorpius is one of the best bad guys in sci-fi. Like, name a better bad guy, I will wait. They're always military arseholes or scientific douchebags. You know, they've always got this grand plan of world domination, or, you know, there's always something with bad guys in sci-fi. And Scorpius wasn't a bad guy. He was just passionate and vengeful. He was a man of his word. He always kept his word, which is not something you can say about most of the characters in that show. Can't jump on there. Can't get rid of that. Hound doesn't work. What am I missing here? If I can't go forward, can't go back. Oh, I never watched Orange County. But yeah, no, Scorpius is... There is nobody in sci-fi who is as cool as Scorpius as a bad guy. I mean, Crais was fine. I have no problem with Captain Bylar Crais. Commandant Grazer was one of the worst. She was exactly the kind of bad guy I despise. She was doing it for her own selfish interests, disguised as the greater good. She just wanted the promotion. She just wanted to be on top. Scorpius was quite happy to be the bottom of the ladder, as long as it got him his goal. His status wasn't important. How the hell do I get out of here? If this doesn't move, let's not get on it. That just stays there. I think we're going to have to retreat. Can't get there, can't get there. Nothing over there. Can't fall down. Yeah, I think we're going to have to retreat. Don't take me all the way. That's fine. I was really hoping it wasn't going to take me back to the bottom of the mountain. But yeah, there's nobody in sci-fi as cool as Scorpius when it comes to bad guys. Like, none of the guys from V. Expanser's got no good bad guys. Even Marco Inaros. I like Marco as a bad guy. I think he's a really good bad guy. Not a patch on Scorpius. Is it possible? No. Oh, maybe it is. I didn't try Burst. That's a good shout. I tried Pound. I never thought to try Burst. Can't hear you. Yeah, Marco was smarmy. And that's not something that actors can pull off well. But the guy who played Marco Inaros, fucking A. Well done, that man. Can't remember if the only way was with the fireball. Fireball from the Maui statue. And if you can jump on top of it twice, it will also crumble. But there's no way to get on top of it, so... Oh, hello. I see. There was a ladder there. We will try it, just to be safe. But I don't think that's going to work. It did. Well done. Good catch. Right, so... Now we can go fill it with lava again. And come back round and go somewhere different. I wouldn't mind checking down here. Yeah, Marco was good. Marco was a very, very good bad guy. Especially when you consider how late he came into the show. You were convinced that wasn't going to work. Me too. Not going to lie. I thought I'll try it. It's not going to work. I appreciate the hint, but that ain't going to work. Okay, so that is just a dead end. Okay, right. Yeah, no, it worked. It was great. Not that way. This way. But yeah, considering how late he came into the Expanse, to be able to pick up after all the proto-molecule stuff, after all of the stuff down on New Eden, you know, you'd had some good bad guys. Or you'd... No. Good bad guys is probably the wrong way to describe it in Expanse. Oh, okay, no spoilers. I will say no more. Yeah. The spoiler-free version is good bad guys is the wrong way to word it in the Expanse, because they're not good bad guys. They're just very, very interesting people. Yeah. If you've not seen The Expanse, I will not spoil that for you, because I haven't. Because I'm going to go back and watch it again in, you know, I think it's next on the list after Voyager. I think I've got that and Orville to do next. I've seen the entire show twice. I've read through both. I've read through every single book twice. I adore The Expanse. And it's interesting because the three guys who make up the team who write the show, James S.A. Corey, not that good writers, if I'm honest. I've tried some of their other work. They're okay at best. They really looked out with The Expanse. And I will say that The Expanse is one of my favourite shows of all time. It is phenomenally well... Hey! Thank you. It's phenomenally well done. They do the science right. They do the interaction between humans and aliens right. They genuinely have an understanding of non-localized events, which is not something that is easy to grasp. And this is a weird one because I've only just read the book recently, but I wonder if we'll ever see a rendezvous at Rama. Wait, that just led all the way back around there? So that's a shortcut in rather than somewhere to go. I think you could get a good season out of Rendezvous at Rama. I don't want to see Return of Rama. Sorry, Rama 2. No, thank you. Oh, okay, yep. Then we go over here. Release that. So this entire dungeon is obviously about filling it with lava, doing something, emptying it of lava, and then vice versa. Like taking a long time to find out what's happening on what would be the equivalent of the Outer Rim. Yeah, I mean, this is... they call it the Outer Spheres. You've got the Inner Spheres, which is Earth and Mars, and then the Outer Spheres, which is everything past that. It's one of the shows as well where... How to word this? They were very, very wise to not do the final 2 books. To end it where they ended it, and not do the final 2 books, was the right decision. And that's annoying, because the final two books are phenomenally good. Probably the best books in the franchise. But they wouldn't have made sense on TV. They just wouldn't. It would have been a disaster. They would have been laughed off of the screen. So I'm glad they didn't do that. Oh, we got a 21 destruction ray now. And the guy who plays Amos. Okay, which season are you on? Because I don't want to say something and it be the next episode for you, kind of thing. What's the last event that happened for you in The Expanse? Doors on corners, kid. That's where to get you. Okay, so now I'll go down here. And what? Doesn't feel like it's got me anywhere new. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. We're coming over here, and then we're climbing down here. Because we haven't been able to get past those rocks. That's what we're doing. I remember... I had to go silent there and put my brain on pause while I was like, what am I doing? The mother and daughter are together. Harry's two Harrys. And the three are aware they are feeling stuff they shouldn't. You've completely lost me with that explanation. Mother and daughter are together. That alone has thrown me. Daughter. I think I know where you are. You're in season 2. Still can't work out the mother and daughter, though. Over there. Mother and daughter. That's really bothering me. I can't think of a mother and daughter combo in that show. Who's Harry? There's no Harry in Expanse. Are we talking about different shows? You've forgotten all the names. So, there's James frickin' Holden. He's the main character. There's Naomi Nagata. That's the engineer. Amos Burton. He's the psychopath. Forgot what the pilot's name is, and that's on me. I don't know if you've met some others yet, so I won't mention them. The only mother I can think of is Avasarala, but you don't meet her daughter. Yeah, wrong show. Okay, right. Thank you. So, oh, hello. Have you... So, to clarify for me, are you watching The Expanse, or is there another show with something similar? And if so, what's the show? Because I don't know it. Unless you're thinking of Dark Matter. I don't think I remember there being anyone called Harry in that either. Oh, you're not thinking of Killjoys, surely? Nothing there, nothing there. Killjoys is 2 seasons and then some rest. It's 2 really good seasons and then the show continues. You just found the woman in the shower. You are just finishing up season 1. Okay, cool. I know exactly where you are. Foundation, right. Couldn't get on with Foundation. I've tried reading the book and I've tried watching the show. Doesn't gel with me. The only thing I remember about that show is being really creeped out in episode 1 or 2, because when the lass is on the way to the planet, she sleeps on a bed up against a window, but doesn't have any quilt. She has no quilt. She just... The room is heated to the temperature she wants it, and she has no quilt. That's a sociopath. What do you mean you've got no quilt? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's the only thing I remember about that show. Okay, right, well, where does this one lead? Okay, we got what seems to be a very obvious puzzle. Yeah, I mean, it's a silly thing to be upset about, really, because all it is when you're living in space and temperature is controlled, why would you need a quilt? A quilt is to keep us warm. If it's warm enough, you wouldn't use a quilt. And after a million years of being in that environment, of course we wouldn't as a species use quilts. But also, you're a sociopath. Stop it. It was just such a really weird thing for me to see and have an absolute and utter knee-jerk reaction to, of, ooh, I don't like that. Have you seen Murderbot yet? Because Murderbot was very good. They turned a web, like a short story into a very, very comparable season. They did a good job with Murderbot. Now where the hell am I going? Yeah, I think if you compiled all the stories from Murderbot into one, you probably wouldn't even get a Chronicles of Narnia length book. That's how short they are. But I think Murderbot and Pluribus are probably the 2 best shows we've had since Expanse. Sci-fi wise, anyway. I don't really watch much else to judge them by. Wait, who's poisoned? Does anybody have poison cure? You do. Pluribus is great. It's just on the right side of silly. It's not quite serious, it's not quite stupid. And I really approve, and I'm so looking forward to season 2. Can't wait for that to drop. Being filmed now, apparently. I did find something out about Pluribus the other day, which I'm glad they didn't stick with. The entire cast was supposed to be naked. Everybody except the main character was supposed to be naked. The original pitch was, well, there's no shame, there's no... body shaming or outrage or anything like that, because they're all themselves. So why would they wear clothes? To which the director went, then you're not having this show. Sorry, the studio went, you're not having this show. And he went, fine, they can wear it for, like, I don't know, protection from the elements or something. Like, oh, you mean the thing clothes are for? Fucking idiot. Well, I mean, that was the other side of it, apparently. How do you get 1,000 extras on set all naked? Every single time a single person has to be naked on set, every single person involved has to sign a waiver. If every single person has to sign an individual waiver for every single person every time you film, that is an entire day of paperwork just to film for one day. I don't know. I have no idea what the man was thinking. The man's crazy. No, I don't want to release that. I need to get back to the jumpy puzzle bit. It's not over there. So the entire show would have had to have been... You know, you could imply that everybody was naked. You know, you could do the Game of Thrones thing and have a couple of people wandering around butt naked. The whole scene where the lass comes out of the village in Africa and you follow her all the way across. She could have been butt naked that entire time, and that scene wouldn't have been any different. I mean, she was butt naked for a little bit in it, but the rest of the show would have had to have been shot from the shoulders up. There's no other way you're doing that. You know, you just imply that everybody's naked. Right. But I don't think that would have been a right choice anyway. I think what they did with that show was pretty much perfect. In fact, I don't know how far you are through, so I'll not spoil this. But there is only one thing I hate about that show, and it's the answering machine. That's it. When it gets there, you'll probably understand. I hate the answering machine. Everybody involved with that was an idiot. Everybody. Carol played that part really well. She played outraged well, she played confused well. Even the bits where she was half and half between the two. Really, really well done. You understand? Right, okay. I'm glad. The first thing you would do when you picked up that phone is, okay, message understood. Please change this message so that it is just press 1 if you want something, press 2 if you want to talk. All it needed. Wow, we still haven't done that bit yet. Okay. Right, I think it is time to say no more to the bad guys. I think we're well above the point where we need to be worrying about our experience. So now, which one do you lead to? No. Now I need to drop the lava in this room. It should be relatively straightforward. Yeah. This dungeon has taken 2 hours so far. Hour and a half. And it's not like I've been sat here chatting and not playing. I have not stopped moving. Then it's this way. No, wait. Haha. Even if you didn't think you initially would, you'd be eventually like, for fuck's sake, stop it. But I think I think the point there was, and I get it, and I kind of approve, Carol was being petty. You want me to sit and listen to this every single time just to say, can you turn that light down, please? You better fucking believe I'm gonna do it. And I buy that. I'm that level of petty. So yeah, I can fully understand that. Right. Boop, boop. Now, how do we get back there now the lava's down? Whirlwind. Simple as that. Can we climb up on the other side? No. Got that in place. I don't think it needs to be anywhere else. I don't think we need to move that from here. So we're almost there. Let's go up here. Avoid. Damn. So I need to go all the way back round, is the problem. There's a chance it could be through here, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. Please tell me there's a ladder out here. Oh, hello. A golem core. It's gone all the way to Garrett. Earth Elemental Heart, forgeable. So we're heading back to Yalam at some point. You know what? We never actually fucking equipped that stuff we got, did we? Right. Dragon Shield. Defense up, but agility down. I'm alright with letting someone else have that. So you can have that. Potions. Okay. Stealth armor. Yes, you get to keep that. Should have sold up. Cursed armor weak against earth. Curse haunt. What does haunt do? I don't actually know what that does. Right, I need to be up out of here. With the lava down. How do I do that? Where do we go? Where do we go? Do we go? Do we go? We need to be in that door. So we need to be at the doors above, which means we need to go backwards. We need the lava to be down, so how do we get back with the lava down? Not sure we can. The lava has to be up, doesn't it? Retreat resets a lot of things. I don't want to risk it. Certainly an idea, but I'd really rather not if I don't have to. So that sets the lava up that lets us over there. Is there a second grate we can use? I think it was this way. %90 sure it's not that way. Damn it. Oh, it fills them all up. Okay. So there is a second gate on that one. Yes, yes, yes. Here we are. Here we are. Right. And then that lets me go boingy boing. And that goes down there. Here. Allows me to... Oh my god, that's the first room. This is back at the very start. Ooh. Hello. You're an unusual one. It feels like they're meant to be points to push it onto. But apparently not. That is unmovable. Ah! Okay. So that's just to make my trip a little bit more arduous. Boing, boing, boing. That feels like the right way. You know what? I'm going to take it, because if there's an item in there that helps me get back out, the right way is the right way. Oh, wielder of flame strength, lay your hands upon the stone. If thou'rt worthy, I will grant thee the power to blaze with fire. Flame strength. Hey, that must mean it's finally my turn. No, Garrett's going to do it instead. Okay. Jenna received the psi energy, blaze. Jenna learned blaze. So does that just set us on fire? Okay. Aha. Light the beacons. What? What? Okay. Okay, I see. Then Jenna set the world on fire. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Bet you that can be used on the ice wall up north. Nah. Fire on ice? Nah. Not possible. Don't believe you for a second there, Firebird. And why would you know anyway? It's not like you're even had anything to do with fire. Let's out Howl's Rising Dragon. That's a different anime. Can't even spell fire right. You can spell it left, though, which is, in some ways, more impressive. Boingy boing. Something burning like an ember within the stone. Do you want to retrieve it? No? What are you fucking talking about, you mad bastard? Douse it first. Jesus. Okay, that didn't work. Sure. Magma ball. Oh, apparently that was completing the dungeon. Getting that one was what completed the dungeon. Right. A glowing red ball of volcanic rock. I guess that's what opens up the... So, I mean, if we're completed, surely we just leave. No point staying here longer than we need to. Well, first of all, pilot guy, it's not lava, it's magma. So maybe you should check your attitude, alright? Of course you can't stick lava in your pocket. Magma's fine. Think about it. I can hate you sometimes. Don't blame me just because I speak with infallible logic. Good. Let the hate flow through you. I thought... In my head there, I landed on something and got into a fight like this was Monster Hunter Stories. And it's clearly not. Ow, shot me in the face. Ooh, nuked me. That could be a problem. Okay, so, realistically, how far away from the end of the game are we? Because we can't be that far now. I mean, we've got one more lighthouse to do, and then I reckon we've got a village, a lighthouse, a final dungeon. But given that the last game ended with just a lighthouse, we could be heading towards the last dungeon. Don't know why I did that. There was never going to be anything under there. Freedom! Freedom! Right. So, first of all, we head to Yalaam. So what's the quickest way to Yalaam? Probably just follow this river. Because we have 2 forgeable things and a lot of crap to sell. Oh, we don't have a lot of crap to sell. What am I thinking? Right, what aren't you wearing? Their levels have caught up. They were on level 24. So they're level 27, sorry. Their levels have caught up. That's good. Right. Oh, I don't care what you give me. Right, steel armor. Give. To you. Third shield. Give. To you. Steel armor. Give. You. Potion. Give. To you. Crystal dust. Sure, you. Why not? Right, silver vest. Yes. Oh, that was for you, wasn't it? Let's give that to you. Sure, take the lure cap. I don't care. Has anybody else got any luck medals? You. Mist potion. Shit. Oh well. Apple boost attack. That's for you. Lure cap we're keeping. Sea God's Tear we're keeping. Potion. Give. To you. Right. Glower staff. Give. To you. Yes. Oops. Game tickets. He's got 30. She's got 5. You've got 6. You can have those as well. Water of Life. You can have those. What's wrong with Jenny? You leave Jenny alone. Jenny did nothing wrong. Hashtag. Antidote, yes. Who else had the antidotes? You've got those, yes. Oil drops. Anybody got an oil drop? No, so you can have those. Everything else is equipped. Right, Righteous Mace. No good. Steel armor. No good. Gaia blade. No good. Oh yeah, I forgot you had one of those. Fiery lizard's tail forgeable. Good, you're clear. Water jacket is better for you. Platinum circlet should just be equipped. Equip that. Right. And then we are on our way round. Okay. Items in the inventory have got a little bit busy, but we'll be selling up shortly anyway. Jenny's always trying to set something on fire. Maybe not something physical. How do you emotionally burn something? I remember, yeah, I suppose that does track. Thinking about it. Doesn't require much explanation, really, does it? Did I go past it? I did. I went well past it. Then you cut in here. This isn't Yalam, this is Al Hafra. Where am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get further around. Doesn't matter how much PP we use because we're going to be resting at the inn anyway. Then we need to go and see a man about a cannon. Oh. Hate that man. He's always in my way. Right, first things first, let's go sell everything we don't need. Let's clean our inventory because we haven't done it in the longest goddamn time. Right, you. Sell. Sell. Get rid of those. You. Those. Don't want any of this crap. Nope. Don't want that. That's right. Keep that. You're decked out. We're keeping that. Guessing we can't sell that. I think we should just in case, but I don't think that's going to be important. Thank you. Oh god, thank you. My inventory's so much lighter. Though I do need to... The Psi Crystals onto you. And the Water of Life onto you. Most JRPG, you end up with enough money to buy the world, or at least a decent portion of it. Yeah, I mean, it's the joke in Pokemon, isn't it? Like, why would anybody ever have a job when you can just go and repeatedly beat the shit out of the Pokemon League and become a millionaire? The answer is, most people can't do that. We are a special case. It's Garrett who's got it all, isn't it? Do the Golem's heart first. And most people wouldn't have survived long enough to have made this much money. So we're a big exception to the rule. But yeah, like Final Fantasy VII, you buy a house. It has literally no use. It is a house that you can go to and sleep to regen your HP. It has no story use. It has no other practical use. That's all it's for. It costs you 300,000 gil. You would have to sleep at an inn 30,000 times for that house to break even, kind of thing. You would have to not sleep at an inn 30,000 times for that house to be worth it. Oh, no, Magma Ball isn't, is it? It's... Oh shit, what was the... Who had the other one? Oh, you. There we go. That's why it kind of makes more sense in things like Zelda, where you have a coin pouch. This is how much money you can carry on you. Even the biggest coin pouch, buying a shield, takes up a third of your money. Like, okay, you're rich, sure. You're not a billionaire. You know, you can't do shit, really. Flame shield. One has to assume that's going to be the same. Town has such depressing music. If you lived there, you'd change the tune. You'd be like, can someone be happy and maybe the town music will change? Like, this is just depressing. Oh, it is different. Salamander's Rod. Okay, right. So we've got the Titan's Glove. Raises total HP. I would like you to have that, if I'm honest, because your HP sucks. Weirdly, no, the blacksmith isn't happy that he's getting all my money. The blacksmith is happy that he's getting to do something useful, is his whole shtick. The blacksmith's wife is happy that she's getting all the money. Salamander's Rod. 404. You are first to breach 400. Nice. Right, in which case, that means we've got a dragon shield to give to somebody. And a meditation rod goes to you. Which means your fireman's pole goes to one of you. We should probably see if Flower is better for you. It is. Cool. Trade that one up. Right. You're good. You're good. You're good. Good. We've got an Aegis we need to sell. And you've got a Ankh to sell. Okay, let's skedaddle. We should head to the inn. Get all our PP back. Yeah, this is a world famous blacksmith, and he's basically depressed. He only feels like working when it rains, and he's kind of lost passion for his job. But us coming over here and being like, yo, we got this real cool shit. He's like, oh, okay, actually, yeah, I'm down for that. Right, so let's go see some miners about a cannon. It's going to be a long road. Do we need to go all the way around? Can we just skim straight through? I reckon we might be able to, you know. I reckon we might be able to. Hit this beach here. Straight past the Water God's lair. Over yon. And out to sea. Second inlet round the bottom. Should be a beach. And then we follow this. Past Umbongo. Yeah. And then just north here. No, this isn't the right place. Damn it. So we need to go north. Still much, much shorter. Oops, wrong button. Loho, right. Cannon. Then we can get that gin. How do, boys? Looks like it's empty. So then we item Red Hot Magma Ball. Is everything all right? Did you hear that? The sound was incredible. What do you think you're doing making all that noise? Hey, look at that. What are you looking at? It wasn't me. It was the wall. Look at the wall. The wall, it's gone. Well, it's mostly gone, yeah. You can get through to the other side now. How did you manage to break down the wall? Ah, never mind. What's important here is that we can dig on the other side of the wall now. Yeah, who cares how it happened? We can dig again. Well, you did what we asked, so the cannon's all yours. It's going to be tough carrying that thing around. It's not. I can just magic it. Those guys are new in town, aren't they? You think they came from Ateca or Hesperia? I don't know, but I can tell you they came by boat. Yeah, I saw one anchored off the beach. No, you didn't. It's parked next door. The boat's yours, isn't it? Well, why don't you let us get that cannon onto your boat for you, hmm? Cheers, folks. It's a big help. I appreciate it. I wish everybody whose wall I blew up was this helpful. Most people just shout at me. God damn it. Everything I do seems to want me to go back to Yalam. Buried here, can't dig it up by hand. Really? Another golem core? Hey, buddy. Find the 10th Jupiter Djinn. Right. Who got lol? Lol. Negotiate a temporary ceasefire. Let me trade that across to you. And we'll see what that does. Right, we've got our Djinn, got our cannon, got our inn. No, wrong one. I need to go sleep. Right. Ah. Do that to me. I've never seen people on the world map before. You know, anything to worry about. We got the cannon onto your ship with no problems. Now, we're going to start excavating the ground north of the wall you knocked a hole in. Just going to see if it changes now that they've started excavating. I don't think it will. No. Nope, they're just going to start digging around there. Cool. Worth checking, but wasn't expecting much. So now we have a way, hopefully, to break down the ice wall. One would hope. What did that say? Oh, the feather wore off. Wonder what the hell it was on about. It's this way, isn't it? Nope. I'm lost. Dragon Howl, Rising Dragon, Turtle Dragon attacks. All sorts of dragon shit going on. We don't know yet. We haven't been back. Blaze might do it, but we have just got a cannon fitted to the ship, so that might also do it. But we are heading in for the first time to find out. Supernova. Did he just appear into the right? Yes. Graydon, come look at this. There's a huge ice wall blocking our path. Nothing to worry about, Jenna. We'll just have to use that cannon we got in Loho. That's right. If the cannon can blast away a stone wall, think what it can do to ice. Not a lot. Stone is way weaker than ice. What are you talking about? Take us between those two rocks of the ice for shelter when you fire the cannon. We should be safe if we fire from this distance. Okay, here we go. Aim right at the ice wall and fire when ready. Fire the magma ball. Great, we did it. We can keep going now. Alright, let's head for the northern seas. Let's go. Ah, look at it. Change of perspective. I got over the horizon. Right. This place doesn't seem to appear on the map. Okay. A village there. Just doing a quick shufty round to have a look. And then we'll head to that village. Prox. Mother, father. Felix, welcome back to Prox. It looks like only Mars Lighthouse still needs lighting. Agito didn't think you'd be coming back here, so I'm a little surprised to see you. You know what we haven't done in ages? Mind read. Agito and Cross told me that Felix ran away because their quest was too dangerous. Once the final lighthouse is lit, the wind should weaken. They keep getting stronger, though. If this weather continues much longer, we'll all be buried under snow in no time. The rift at Mars Lighthouse gets wider every day. If we don't find a way to stop it, I think it's going to devour Prox entirely. I thought Prox would be here forever, but now it looks like it might be destroyed. Our chieftain told me that the rift is growing larger by the day, just like the Gaia Falls is. We better light the Mars beacon soon or Prox is finished. No one was keeping them from moving. We don't know that. I mean, we genuinely don't know that. It's possible. Nobody believed that the rift would go as far as Prox. They all thought Puello was being melodramatic, but no one thinks that anymore. Not too long ago, I climbed the mountain to the north to look at the rift. It was huge. The northern rift has gotten so big I couldn't see the other side. Lift. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is just going to be a side crystal. Oh, it's a dark matter. Nice. That's the way out of the village. We don't want to go that way yet. We're used to the cold up here in Prox, but lately it seems to be getting worse. It gets cold around here, but this is the first time I've ever seen snow pile up on the river. What if Agito doesn't reach the Mars Lighthouse in time? Have you seen Saturos or Maynardi? People have been saying that they were killed. I can't believe anyone would have beaten Saturos and Maynardi. Well, we did. Felix, you like igloos, right? Yeah. You would say that. You come from somewhere warm and sunny. We don't have anything to play with, so we just decided to make this thing. I hate igloos, but at least I'm protected. At least it's protecting us from the wind. Those poor children, they don't understand what's about to happen to us. I just want them to be happy in the short time left to us. I can't bring myself to tell them what's going to happen to us. Oh, please save us. My parents told me that it would do me some good to get some fresh air, but I'm freezing. I always catch a cold when I'm outside in weather like this. Does Mum want me to get sick? The wind is so cold and bitter that we decided to hide out inside our igloo. Mama and Papa have been acting really strange lately. They seem so sad. Whenever I ask them what's wrong, they tell me to go outside and play some more. They've got some strange meat I've never seen before. I wonder if the meat and all the antlers came from the same animal. The Mars Lighthouse's fires are not rekindled. Prox will be destroyed, but that's not all. Eventually, Gaia Falls will continue to erode, finally devouring all of Weyard. I think it's too late for us already. But if they light the fires, we'll be ready for them. No one thought about our needs when they were extinguishing the Great Lighthouses. Now, because of them, our great land is dying, crumbling away at the edges. To think that we all once had the power to control nature. What fools we were. And that, I mean, that's the other thing as well. It's not just this place. It's everywhere. Prox originally flourished because concerned adepts lit the fires of the Mars Lighthouse. Now we, the people of the Northern Flame, have been forgotten by the outside world. When the lighthouses were all extinguished, every great civilization faded away. Yeah, I mean, they could move south, but they'd only be delaying the inevitable. You got any cool stuff? It'll be a no then, is it? When you left, Prox, you were so young that you could barely lift a sword. Now look at you, you can handle any weapon with ease, except staffs. What has he gone through that he's become so strong in such a short time? I said, what happened to our Shaman Rod? But we actually gave it over, didn't we? We gave it to get the carry, lift, hover. We got hover. I've been keeping a close eye on the northern skies. Once I see a bright flash in the distance, I'll know the last beacon has been lit. Everything is supposed to return to normal once Mars Lighthouse is lit again. I'm glad you made it back safely. The ice is making it very difficult for anyone to sail here. Ever since Agito returned from Jupiter Lighthouse, the winds have been stronger than ever. Okay, but what about Karst? No one's mentioning that Karst came back. It's all just Agito. And no Alex either. Here, Agito and Karst have gone to Mars Lighthouse. Thank you for clarifying. What if their actions only cause more turmoil? How can we be sure they're right? You learned how to use Psi Energy. I can sense the power inside you. It's strong. You feel it could become an adept so quickly. So can I. Huella, our chieftain, grew worried about Agito and Karst. He's gone to the northern edge of town to wait for them. Now that Saturos and his team are gone, Agito is the last of our warriors. If something happens to them, our final hope is lost. The people Saturos rescued from the storm in Vale should be waiting in their room. Once Mars Lighthouse has been lit, they'll be free to return home. Mars is the last lighthouse that needs to be rekindled. Once that has been taken care of, the people of Vale will be set free. Don't forget, Felix, your mother and father are staying in the north end of Prox. Saturos uses Felix's parents to force Felix to follow him on his missions. We've fallen on hard times when we need to come to coerce people to join our cause. That seems sus. Really? Nothing? Okay, then to the north we go. Ah, hello. Oh no. Sorry, my dude. I'll rescue you. And the 10th Venus Djinn. Mold. That's it. Everybody's got full. Effective unleashing in battle. Strike a foe. Not overly good. Reveal? No. Sparch? No. Burst? No. Blaze? No. Why is that fading as soon as I cast it? I'm not getting rid of that. That's doing it on its own. Right, where was Old Man? And then we can head north here. They're not here. Strange. We looked all over the village and we can't find any trace of them at all. Everyone says they're practically vanished without a trace. It's so strange. You don't think they wouldn't have gone to the lighthouse? Yeah, you're probably right. Weller's going to be upset that we didn't follow his orders to free them, though. He was clear about it too. When Felix returns to Prox, set his parents free. Hi. Felix took the trouble of coming back for his parents and now they're just gone? Can't think of anywhere else Felix's parents might have gone. Well ordered me to set your parents free. That's why I'm here now. The only thing is, no one else is here. I don't know where your parents went. Well, I wanted to set Felix's parents free before Prox was destroyed. But if we can't find them, how can we set them free? Oh, he looks sad. Tonic. We found the gin tonic. Okay, so look, now it's opened up to another level. So give you that one. We can't trade any more across at the moment. Heals all party members. Yes, please. So yeah, it's opened up. Now we can fit another 1, maybe 2 on each person. Sorry, 3, maybe 2, maybe 3 on each person. Alrighty then. And loads of gin this episode. We can't wait for Agito and his men any longer. If we wait much longer, this wind and snow will make it impossible to reach the lighthouse. I'm going to the lighthouse. Will any of you come with me? Puella, I can't let you go on your own. If something were to happen to you, who would lead our village? Please, you must let us go in your stead. How can you expect to accomplish what Agito and Karst could not? They may have been more powerful than any of us, but we can't just stand by. They're not coming back, just like Saturos. You have to let us try. I can't allow it. Listen to your elder, he speaks wisely. I'm speaking to you too, Puella. If Agito and Karst cannot do the task, how can a single man hope to do it? What are you saying? If we stand around debating, our town is doomed for certain. We can't risk sacrificing any more lives. So we must sit here and wait for a miracle to come? Hi, it's me. I'm the miracle. You, Felix, it's you. I'd heard that you had returned to us. You look so much stronger than you when you left. Seems he has brought some allies with him. Yes, I am Kraden. My name is Chat. Chat, isn't that... That is the name of the one who Agito said had killed Saturos and Maynardi. Chat, stop that. You are correct, but Chat had reasons for fighting them. Saturos and Maynardi had invaded Vale, stole its sacred treasure, triggered a volcano. You cannot blame Chat for pursuing them and fighting to regain what they had stolen. We only wanted to stop them. We didn't think they'd fight us to the death. They flung themselves into the opening of Venus Lighthouse's beacon. Did Saturos and Maynardi put up a good fight? Hell yeah. They turned into a frickin' dragon. I'll bet you thought you didn't stand a chance against them, huh? You were probably really tense the whole time. Saturos and Maynardi had a job to do, that was all. If I'd been in your shoes, I'd have done the same thing. I can't blame you. And in the end, you were stronger than they were. You should be proud of that. I am sad that they lost their lives in their quest, but there was no avoiding it. What has happened cannot be undone. We should cooperate to find a way to save Weyard. We understand that Agito and Karst have made their way to Mars Lighthouse, and have not returned? Then all that remains for us is to wait until Gaia Falls carries us to our doom. Seems that Mars Lighthouse is as dangerous as all the rest. We have only a few soldiers remaining, and none who can make the climb to the top. Only Saturos and perhaps Agito were strong enough to reach the top, and none of them can help us now. We could do it. We've climbed 3 lighthouses already. What's one more? Let's go to Mars Lighthouse. They've proven themselves strong enough. I say we trust in Felix to do this. This is an unexpected turn of events, but yes, I think you can light the lighthouses. Off to Mars Lighthouse. Let's go, Felix. Come on, chat. In order to light the beacon of Mars Lighthouse, you will need to have the Mars Star. Ah, and Agito and Karst have the Mars Star now. You must find Agito and Karst. You must take the Mars Star from them. Thanks to your help, the future of Weyard rests in your hands. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, relatively straightforward. Anyone else get the feeling this is the final dungeon with the epic music? Mars Lighthouse. I guess we're going to get the power to melt these. Okay, right. Let's try left first. Oh, these are new. Oh, I get the feeling you can whirlwind that. No? They are sprites. Guess we need to power them somehow. What do we got? Firebird. Got to rest. So many level ups. Right. A little confused about why they're still fighting. Everyone wants to light the lighthouse. Parents are freed. Because if we don't light the lighthouses... Right, okay, so there's two reasons why we're lighting the lighthouses. One, magic needs to return to the world. Otherwise, civilization will stagnate and everyone will die. Two, because we've lit 3 lighthouses, those elements are now out of whack. If we don't light the 4th, or turn off the 3... the raging elements will destroy because they're out of balance. So lighting the lighthouses is exactly what we need to do. The only reason Chat and that wanted to stop them lighting the lighthouses was because everything Satiros and Minardi had done had caused problems. They didn't realize they were doing it for a greater good. If you do not hold the star, you shall not ascend to the heavens. Be gone. I wanna go to the heavens. I will send you to heaven. So, guessing we need to find them in here. I'm assuming they made it to the lighthouse at the very least. A lot of ice in this fire lighthouse, isn't there? Okay, we can pound on that. Sure, but why keep fighting now? Why are we trying to take the Mars Star from them to light it? Because we assume they're dead. So we're trying to find their corpses and take it from them. What we're not saying is we must stop them lighting the beacon. We'll take the Mars Star and light the beacon. What we're saying is they have failed to light the beacon. We need to find them, get them the Mars Star, and finish the job. We're not fighting them at the moment. I imagine they'll be pissed off about it and be like, no, this is our job, fuck you, and fight us anyway. But yeah, we're not fighting them. What could we do here? Arch ain't gonna work, is it? No. Right, so we need to figure out how to move these by the look of things. That's going to light that up, which is going to be a dragon, essentially. Not burst. It's not going to be douse. Not that. You have nothing of use to me. Sure, we've already tried Blaze. Yeah, at this point, it's everybody's working towards the same goal, but they're still pissed at each other for opposing each other in the past. It's just enmity at this point. It's not actually threat. Oh, I have reset that. Can't do that. Blaze doesn't do that. I feel like we're trying to light these, and yet I don't see how. Can't get through there. I don't feel like Blaze is going to melt these. Blaze seems to enhance a flame rather than create a flame. Maybe they did go up the side. Maybe this is the one lighthouse we enter the wrong way. I'll take an apple. Do-do-do, you got some apples. Do-do-do, I got some too. And the cookie we got from the Mimic. Can't do anything with those. So maybe they didn't make it to the lighthouse and they're outside. That doesn't seem likely. I don't feel like they'd go anywhere but the lighthouse. These enemies also seem ridiculously weak. I know I'm strong, and I think I'm a little over-leveled, but I don't think I should be one-shotting them. They are ridiculously weak. I fought these before. These are from the southern continent. These are like 10 hours worth of gameplay ago. Yeah, there's nowhere to go except the lighthouse. No fires to light with Blaze. Can't get through there. Got to be something to do with these. I just don't see what. Like I need to power it somehow. I feel like I need to light this. It's not going to be that, is it? No, you can't set that. You can set that. No, not that. Mind read it? I don't no idea. Can't interact with it to use an item on it, so it's not going to be that. Can't push it, can't pull it, can't tremor. No, they're not real items, so they can't be interacted with. Cute little tin little minotaur. What happened there? I didn't like that one. That flickered, did it? Mankind with the power of wisdom, they ruled the earth. Dragons, burning with might, they ruled the fires. Fish, with cold courage, they ruled the water. Fish? Not whales, not dolphins, just fish. Bird, on the wings of truth, they ruled the winds. No sprites around here either. Can't move the statues. I am Confucian. Go to the tower. Dumbass. Door right round there. Okay, can't do that. Now I can go somewhere. Hello, Doodlebug. I love a Doodlebug. Like a Jitterbug, only you draw stuff. Leads to there. Okay, we've got pushy pipe puzzles. Doodlebug. Felix's normal attack is about the equivalent of Jenna's crit now. And I'll be honest, Felix's crit is almost the equivalent of every other party member combined. Check the ice. A shaft of ice is poking up through the floor. Grind does make sense. I'll give Grind a go. Not showing as a real thing. Oh, it was Grind. Okay, cool. Yay. Okay, pound. I guess that'll now let us either grind or burst the one below. One, two, 1, 2. the other one go? It flee? We'll try grind again, but I think it's going to be burst. Holy hell. This corridor is the longest. Ow. Ow. Ah. Dodge Defier. Oh. Wait. Right. Do-do-do. You got some apples. Do-do-do. You got some too. Ow, ow! Oh, God. Okay, well, that sucks. Oh, it resets? You shitting me? It's not that it hurt, it threw me off a cliff. No, no. Ah, damn it. Ah, this is going to be so tedious. Like, they've even put that one there to show you that how far it's going to throw you. It's actually better to do it with the hand, because the face doesn't move in the background. Okay. That probably was not the optimal way of doing that. But now it's done. That's the right way and this is the wrong one. Wee. Okay. Now we're understanding. Don't know where that is, but we can certainly go to it. Okay, so this would be left wall. We can go up there. Now burn. That dragon looks so happy. In fact, it oddly reminds me of Nigel Thornberry. I don't know why. That's just the name the face that came to mind when I looked at it. Now we. You do that one. Or a Calcan. Or as I used to say as a child, Orishalon. What am I hiding from? Go, 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 go. As soon as you see that you've got to pound something in and you look at the next one, you're like, yeah, I'm definitely hiding from something here. Okay. I see how that could work. So, the fact that it's given us some more golem hearts, some more dark matter, and what I assume now is another forgeable with the Orichalcon. Yeah, forgeable. This isn't the last dungeon. I see a Jinn. Logic dictates we don't go the way that it expects you to. That did. It's going to put me back there. Need to hit that rock there. No, that will work. Above, no. Need to hit that one. So I need to hit there, which I don't think is possible. Can we move you? We can. How do I get out of here? I want to go that way. Maybe that way. Or that way. Hey! Not the way I told you to go. My little dude, where are you going? Oh, you want to fight? Okay. No, you don't. Okay. No, you do. Okay, right. Fucking stupid Jin. Right. Oh, shit. He fucking one-shot that thing. Rescued the 8th Jin. Kind of only had 8 of those. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Must be the 9th at least. Although, no, we started with some and they don't count, do they? Revive all downed allies. See that? That goes across there. See that? That goes across there. Here you go. Have that. And then you can have that. Right, so how does that let us get to there? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Teleport Lapis. Bestows teleport when equipped. Which I'm guessing is these? Okay. We now have teleport. Right, there is also one other thing I want to do here. Because we didn't actually go and break that rock, the ice. Thought I'd stepped into the fire, then I shot myself. Right. So we didn't go down here. Then we go back up top. And we cast Reveal. That would press that button. Not sure what that would do, other than turn that on. What in the hell? Oops. He's learning to go back and do the things he said he was going to do. Valkyrie mail. Well, we're giving that away. Enjoy. Okay, it's a race. We'll have to come all the way along here, so we're going to need... Pound. Essentially, we're racing the fire before it gets to the end, triggers the dragon, and launches us backwards. It doesn't stop. It does stop. It especially stops when I do that. It doesn't stop. No! Go, go, go! You son of a bitch nearly got me. Right, let's try the door first. Oh, Lord. Okay, that stops that. That's where we would fall to. And this is the teleport. Good, we did that in the right order. Dracarys. Gaton Gokakyu na no Jitsu. Okay. That kill us. That's a way out. So we need to go that way. Slides onto there. Slides onto there. Soul Blade. Well, you know when you get a an achievement for finding a weapon, it's going to be a good weapon. Murasame goes to you. The Phaeton's Blade. Oh, you can use that, but it's not as good. Goes to you. Which means the Hestia's goes to you. And that's it. Whee! Just realised you can't get back, so I fell off. How dare you dodge? That's uncalled for, sir. Jenna hurt. Jenna hurt. Right, well. Kill you. Make sure nothing kills us this turn. No! Why did I do that? Devil Frog. Looks like the jungle bot, the boss from the jungle in Kingdom Hearts. Wasn't sure if I could fall off the edge there, if it was at the same level of me or below me. Okay. So step 1 seems relatively straightforward. That's not step 1. Why are we releasing the boss? I'm just gonna throw a quick save, apropos of nothing. Frog fairies from Sentenced to be a Hero. That sounds like one of them there Vanimes. I don't want to fight them. Really should have prepped for this better. Right. Mighty Earthen Barrier. Reduce resistance. Boost agility. Give me a dirty heal. Okay, 60%. So that does about 110 a hit per person, 120 on the big ones. Right, then Echo on you. Shade on everyone. You're switching to heal. And restore everyone's PP. Didn't see that one. Take a deep breath and strike. Increase our defense. Reduce your defense. Heal. How does this work? I bet it doesn't, is the answer. I bet Lull doesn't work in bosses. Everybody is resting. You need one more. Might need to switch around which water ones we've got, which wind ones we've got there. Ah, so this is where he learned it. Agito picked this up from here. Right, let's start with Judgment. Wait, why do I only have 3 water out? Hey! You're not allowed to do that. Making a fried egg sandwich to flex on you. Do not dead. But the fried egg might actually kill me. We saw what happened last night. I had 1 fried egg and my internet went off. Right, so... 3 left. That leaves us with all the cures we need. So we don't want to use any more. Although we could, I suppose. No, we don't want to use any more on you. You giving me a Boreas. You know, keeping up the healing. Ow, that one hurt. Okay, so now we're set up. We're basically in a rotation. Create a Mighty Earthen Barrier. Yeah, assist with the heal. Heal. Essentially now, all we do is use the Djinns that get recovered each turn. And then cast on 4. I forgot to cast on 4 with him. Okay. Oh no, no! They've got Djinn Fest. Okay, that puts a cramp in an otherwise damn fine plant. Echo Wall. Iron, Lull, and Balm. Why is he not casting Boreas? Why does he keep stopping? Iron. Boreas. Heal. And Lull. Again, he's not cast it. Mud. Reyes. Heal. Thank you. Finally got around to casting it. He's the one... Annoyingly, the one with the ailment is the one that can cure ailments. Can't be too far from dead either way. PP. Actually, you're on 4 ready. That should be it. That should be game. Wow, okay, that didn't kill it. The other one must have been taking a lot more damage from the debuffs we gave it than I thought. Right. Well, Shade goes on. Healing goes on. Ah, you're back. Cool. That should be GG no Re. Oh, she's still going. This little one's got a fucking right ton of HP. I like how all of our heals went off before he attacked. Oh, I know why Pierce keeps failing. He's haunted. And that sucks. Burn. Really? It was an attack that did it? After all that, it was a basic attack. Defeat the flame dragons. Oh, hello. Why am I lying here? Wait, I think I remember. We were going to light the beacon. But the lighthouse was frozen. We wandered lost inside, trying to find the Eyrie. We must hurry. If we delay, Prox is destroyed. It's no use. I'm absolutely drained. I can't even stand. And the cold. Why am I so cold? We are of the Fire Clan, are meant to be immune to the cold. I feel the cold too. Cost. I'm afraid we're going to die up here. I can feel it now. The long dark sleep creeping into my soul. Wait, I think I remember. The eye. It told us that we lack the will to go any further. The eye's back! The eye, I remember now. I felt its gaze pierce me to the core, and then all went black. That's right, I remember fighting against Felix. I do too. Was that a dream, an illusion? Felix, is that you? No. Amazing. Then our luck hasn't entirely run out yet. Felix, you must complete our quest. Please, you have to light the beacon. We can't even stand. We're in no condition to go on. Light the beacon for us. You'll need the Mars Star. Go on, take it. Please hurry, if I can. If I can just see the lighthouse of the beacon, I'll know that I haven't died in vain. We're counting on you. You who hold the star, open your hearts and listen. If you wish to reach the heavens, give your star to me. I'm so cold, colder than I ever thought possible, all because Mars lighthouse remains unlit. I have to stay alive, long enough to see the light. I'm so tired. A fog is rising before my eyes. No, I can't die until the beacons is lit. There's no space for you to place something. Oh, there is a space for you to place something. I was like, okay, that's weird. Oh, it'll be in there, won't it? Yep. I'm looking for the item, it ain't there. Egg Sarnie entering face. Love it. Cool, right. Retreat back to the entrance. Honestly, probably better just to actually straight retreat to the entrance. Boing, boing, boingy, boingy, boingy. Let's go. You're new. The Akamana. Let's go all out. Megiddo! Megiddo! What I want to do is, right, strike a blow that can cleave stone, revive a downed ally, tangle foes, attack and steal HP. Right, Flint, you're coming across here. Replacing iron. Mud. Attack foe and steal HP. Mold. Keep that as it is. Right. Water. No. Drench a foe and attack. Water sleep. Restore party HP with Soothing Mist. Reduce a foe's resistance. And then wind. Attack with mighty gusts. I think we're good there. Right. You who hold the star, open your hearts and listen. If you wish to scale the heavens, set the four spirits aflame. Okay. Right. I've got a feeling there's more to this than we're going to get done tonight. So, as it is a minute to ending anyway, I think we call it there. So I do apologise that it's a little bit of an abrupt one. I don't like to end in the middle of a dungeon, but this feels like a dungeon within a dungeon before another dungeon. So, I think that's a sensible place to call it. So, I will not be back for tomorrow's day shift. I have a D&D session, so you're going to have to find your own entertainment for that one. I do apologise. I don't really. Screw you guys. I'm going to go and play D&D. Why has that failed on me? Let me just go there and just try that again. yes, I'm going to go and play some D&D, but we will be back to continue this tomorrow night. I imagine we'll probably finish it before the night is up, so we may have to find something else to do in the evening, for the back half of it at least. So we'll have to look at that. There we go. So hopefully we're probably going to look at finishing this tomorrow. I'll be amused if it's 30 minutes to credits. It could be. It really could be just do these 4 rooms and then that's credits. But I've got the fact that it's given me some items to go and forge makes me think that it's actually going to be a little longer than that. So I am going to send you all on your way. Hopefully we shall see you tomorrow for the climactic finale of this one. And in the meantime, I am going to send you all over to see, as he was in the chat earlier, I'm going to send you all over to see my good friend Danny, an IRL friend who moved over to America and is currently trying out Crimson Desert. So this will be twice we've raided into a Crimson Desert today. Let's go for it. Catch you later, folks. Have a good one.